Hi guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, we've got a really good episode for you today. I get to chat with Glynnis. She is a reflexologist. She also does body talk energy balance, detox, lymph draining. All very interesting, but we talked with her about the reflexology today. So let's go over to that right now.
Hello, my name is Glynnis, and I'm a reflexologist, also an energy healing practitioner. So Ilse is going to be interviewing me about reflexology, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn a lot, and I hope you give it a bash. It's such a fantastic thing to do for absolutely everybody. So looking forward to it. Yeah, greetings from the misty mountains of Kloof. Bye.
So Glynnis, what is reflexology?
Ilse, reflexology is an incredible holistic and healing, gentle technique. It's magic. It's absolutely magic. It's a system that uses very specific points on your feet or on your hands or on your ears. So if you look at your ears, this is the baby's head. And going around, there's the spine, so it's a little baby in fetal position. So you can look at your ear like a whole person.
Wow.
And the same with your hands. This is your head, so I should have drawn a smiley face. So there's a smiley face there coming down to your neck and your spine, and these are your hands, all right?
Okay.
And there's your feet. So let's walkie. We're doing the Sujok method.
Okay.
All right. So there's many different methods of reflexology, but all of them agree that there's different body parts represented on your hands or your feet or your ears by pressure points, acupuncture points, meridians, energy zones, energy stuff. So it doesn't matter which system you use, as long as you're doing the sessions or doing yourself. Doing a treatment for yourself is really amazing as well. It doesn't feel as pampered and snug and cozy and warm as having a session done, but it's really amazing. So we've got all these 7,200 reflex points that we work, and we use specific techniques like doing circles, like doing thumb creepy crawlies or whatever. We use different techniques for activating and releasing blockages. So like a doctor does the hammering on the knee jerk reflex.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same with reflex. Okay, so he hammers the knee jumps. Now we work here. Here's the brain. We're working the brain, and the brain gets activated, released, blockages, headaches, etc. So so it's working from a distance.
So that's very interesting. So it is not just feet. Reflexology is not just the feet.
No, feet, hands,
And the ears.
ears, and even the Vietnamese work the whole head.
Oh, I can see how that could be good.
Really cool stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so why would you recommend reflexology for someone?
Okay, so because the techniques are so incredibly powerful and gentle, all right, you can get helped in a lovely, gentle way, and it costs very little, and you're not using drugs.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, drugs is a major issue. Everywhere I go, if someone says they've got a headache, someone else offers them a pain pill.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, number one, that's so dangerous. Number two, let's get back to nature. Let's get back to how we are actually created.
Yes.
We're magically created.
That's it.
Yeah. So, and when you're doing a treatment, doing this, we activate blood circulation.
Yes, that is important.
And blood circulation goes to all the organs, endocrines, body parts, so you can breathe, and your cells can breathe, and they can think, things can work properly. And your nervous system chills, digestive system gets balanced, constipation, people with constipation, people who want to fall pregnant. Believe it or not, people do want to fall pregnant.
Okay, so be gentle, please.
Okay.
I do not want to get pregnant.
So and then ladies come to stay pregnant. When I was in Nelspruit, this sister used to get me in for the clinics, and I used to teach the daddies how to do the mommy's feet.
Okay.
So they'd be propped up, and daddies would all be in a row, and I'd make the cream specially for preggy people. You use certain essential oils.
Okay.
And I teach them how to rub the mommy's feet, because mommy's feet are swollen, they're sore, they're tired, they're irritated. And so you want a nice mommy and better wife, then you rub her toes. So that worked so beautifully. It was
Wonderful.
So nice. Yeah.
Okay, seeing as we are a channel about mental health, I would like you to give me 3 examples or benefits that somebody that's struggling with mental health could get from this.
Right. Okay. We have many reasons for mental health issues. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
You've got the mental problems of stress,
Yeah.
general stress, being homeless, not having a job, having kids that are struggling at school, driving in the traffic.
Yeah.
Okay, especially if you live on the mountain, but driving in traffic, environmental pollutions, a lot of things activate our stresses.
Yeah.
And our emotions play a huge role in that. So as soon as you get emotional about something, you activate your stress level,
Yes.
which then activates your blood pressure to
Yeah.
go up and makes your heart beat faster, which activates your adrenals, fight, flight, freeze, fear.
Yes.
So we have all these things. Now, when you're doing a reflexology treatment, we are balancing the autonomic nervous system, which means we are making you chilled out. You
That's it.
relax beautifully and you feel snug and relaxed and just, oh, that was lovely. So you feel calm, you feel amazing, you feel chilled. And when you're feeling relaxed, the stresses just aren't so heavy anymore.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
can handle them better.
You can handle them
That's
better. You feel lighter. And when you're lighter, you can think better and you can observe something from a, what can I say, non-emotional point of view.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So from that point, and there's clinical studies that say how amazing reflexology is for depression. I had a suicidal case that came to me and said, you have no clue, I was preparing and you've actually saved my life.
That's wonderful.
I wasn't aware of how bad the depression was.
Yeah.
So, but I've helped many, many people, and reflexologists around the world do that.
Yes. Yeah.
But you don't need a reflexologist. You can do it yourself at home.
Yeah.
You can do a foot soak. I've given the recipe on the radio a few times before, and it's so mad. Can I give it now?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. So
Yes.
so it's a third of a cup. All right. Third of a cup of Epsom salts, bicarbonate of soda, and coarse salt. So please non-iodized. So even if you get dishwasher salt, which is non-iodized sea salt, that's also fine.
Okay.
But non-iodized salt, so like your pink salt is cool. And then you mix that with a jug of hot water. Now it's going to foam a bit, so have your bucket that can handle your feet ready, and just put in a little bit of hot water and it'll foam, dissolve it nicely, and then you can add a tablespoon of ginger
Okay.
to this, okay? And reboil your kettle, put a towel down, put your basin down, and come and sit nicely and soak your feet for at least 30 minutes. It's a recipe for detoxing.
Okay.
The Epsom salts is magnesium that gets
Yes.
soaked up, it takes away cramps. And so you're detoxing, you bringing in minerals into your body, and you feel that lovely relaxation. Ideally, you are drinking water or cucumber water or lemon water while you're doing the soak. And then afterwards, get a bit of cream and rub your feet. So like for mental or emotional stuff, we're going to work the brain, which is the big toe.
Okay.
So you're going to give that extra love, right? We work the big toe, okay, and we do the pituitary, that little curl in the middle of the big toe there. You're going to do the pituitary there, and you take your thumb and run down the side of your foot here. This is your spine. So here I see a person. Here's your head, there's your neck, here's your chest area,
Yes.
right? Here's your instep. So
Okay.
there's your belly button. This is stomach, spleen, pancreas, colon, liver. All these organs are in the soft part. And then here are your hips. So there you're sitting. There's a human. So you work your spine and you can rub it, and go up and down gently, activate that. You can work your thyroid, your parathyroid. So work this lumpy part here under the big toe, work that nicely. And then for stress, so here's the diaphragm, which is in this curve here, all right? and you take your thumb and just gently work all the way down to above the ankles. So this is adrenals, and this is your diaphragm for stress. So we can rock it a bit, and we can push in and hold.
That feels good.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
And hold, and then you rub down and come down. So it's basically the spine, the nervous system.
Yes.
It's rubbing the diaphragm to chill you out, and between second toe here we run down for the adrenals. That's fight, flight, freeze, fear hormone.
Yes. There
Yes.
we go. Yeah.
Yes. So we activate the liver also needs to calm the adrenals. So doing a rub on the instep, or taking your hand and doing little circles like that.
Okay,
That's
so nice.
Yes, and it's so simple. You don't have to have all these fancy techniques. You're just doing it and get a rhythm, relax and breathe, and make a nice cream and just do a lovely stroke. So that's it.
Okay, so if someone has an injury, let's say use a healed broken foot or knee injuries or shoulder, they can still come for
Absolutely.
reflexology.
Look, we're not going to work on a broken foot.
That's why I say healed.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it must be healed, obviously. Yes. But the quicker you come for reflexology, the better.
Yes.
The faster you heal.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because reflex activates, gets everything going. So there's a new reflexology that I've just been doing now. You get the meridian therapy, which is what I've done with Inga Dugans.
Yeah.
Then you get the reflexology, which I've done with Chris Stormer. Advanced reflexology techniques, which I've done with Anthony Porter from England.
Yeah.
And you get vertical reflexology with Lynn Booth, which is a person standing. So that's funny because she went to work in the nursing home, the old age home. And this one lady had an electric wheelchair, but she was a little bit rude. And she was in control of her wheelchair like you have no clue, like Ferrari style. And she came down and out my way. And she rode over this lady's foot that Lynn had been treating for injuries. Right?
Yeah.
She went over it with a wheelchair. And within a day or so, she said, my hip pain's gone. It's just gone. And then Lynn worked out she'd gone over the hip reflex area with a wheelchair and put pressure. So she experimented with that and started working with the people. So you're sitting and I come and work from above.
Yeah.
So it's a different pressure. And that's how the vertical reflexology came about.
Interesting.
With injuries, Greta Skier, Dr. Renee in the 90s, she got all the reflexology. I went to do a tour through her ward with all the burn unit. Now there, the little children get very badly burnt, especially from the rural areas. Big pots fall on them and so on.
Yeah.
And the parents often leave them there for a year.
Yeah.
They hurt. And they can't take the pain medication for too long. It messes your kidneys up.
Yes.
And their pains are deep. So they tied little pink ribbons around the case studies. And the little children would get reflexology from the students.
Yeah.
And the pain level difference was amazing. But the nurses observed the kids would swap ribbons because the others also wanted a treatment. So that was so sweet. And then they started bringing it into the transplant unit and cancer care, because people would say, oh, don't do reflexology with cancer, you're going to spread it, which is such nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes, that's wonderful that doctors are referring people to get complementary therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing, really amazing.
I think being sick or having something wrong, anything wrong with you, physically, mentally, it doesn't really matter. Getting any kind of treatment of this nature can only help.
Absolutely.
It can only help to be more relaxed. It can only help to feel good and have a pamper. If you want to be that, put it in, say, layman's terms.
Yes, well, I tell people, please, it's a pamper, but it's not. It's more like a service. So like you take your car for a service, you need to take yourself for a service. And when you're flying in the airplane, what do they say to the moms? Put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then you are strong enough to help other people.
There we go. Yeah.
You know, so take care of yourself and look after yourself. And reflexology, like I said, you can rub your own feet at home, do a foot soak, rub your feet, or go and get a professional. If you're pregnant, please go to a qualified therapist, all right? Because they know how to work the uterus and the ovaries and the reproductive areas gently and properly. You don't want to work hard here. This is an area you work gently when you having a baby.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good tip. Thank you. Okay, so tell us, why did you start doing reflexology, and what would you like people to know about it?
My kids were sickly. My son had these huge allergies.
Okay.
If he went near a horse, he would almost get bronchitis. He went to a kid's birthday party, he would get very ill from all the allergies from the food colorants and things, but he was super sensitive. And my daughter had these coughs and colds. And I didn't know what to do about it, because you know it's bad when you get to the specialist and he walks past and says, "Hi Glenn, see you now." That's bad.
Because they know you already.
They know you, and that's really not cool. And I was a size 44 as well. I was rather large, but I felt I've had kids. This is who I am.
Yes.
And then we had a Reflexology, Rotarian Roundtable International Conference. And so the guys went off and did their thing, and the girls were sitting doing girl talk about babies and kids and and they came up with the subject of reflexology, and I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
We were living, this is 1990, hey? We were living in the sticks, no internet, nothing like that. So for me to hear about this information was amazing. I'm a bit of an information junkie. And so you're talking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were telling me about reflex and how it heals you and everything. And I said, wow, I've got to do this. So I drove to Johannesburg from Piet Retief, which is 300 and something kilometers, every second weekend for 2 years to college, and went and studied reflexology. And I had no clue. I didn't even know it was about your feet. And when I got there, I was like, I've got to touch people's feet. It was so crazy. And anyway, so I had such fun. I learned so much, but my thumbs were always hurting because we have to do case studies. And then Inga Dugans from the Meridian Therapy said to me, "It's because you smoke."
Okay.
And I stopped smoking, and my thumbs came right. And so from not being able to do like one session, it was so sore.
Yeah.
I can now do 8 sessions in a day, and I'm fine.
There we go.
From stopping smoking, because thumb is the lung area for meridians, lungs and large intestine. This is a metal element when we start going metal elements. Now, with this new reflexology I'm doing with this professor, he's just been given accolades because he's found out colors, the 5 elements, the fire, earth, metal, water, and a wood. And so if you are constipated, it means you're dry, with the orange color. He will then apply the green to the colon area because you need to be hydrated and you need movement.
Yeah.
And it works.
Good.
It actually works. So I'm so excited about this whole new color circle therapy thing that I've done. Yeah, so when I did the reflexology course and I had to do my case studies, I did friends. I did my party friends, my sports friends, my church friends. Everybody had to come. I need feet, right?
Yeah.
And there was so much wonderful things, so many wonderful things happening, like somebody's sinus is opening up, this one's back pain going, this one's constipation healing, that I just felt, wow, this is really cool.
Yes.
And I got stuck in, and from there on I carried on doing, many modalities of different types and different reflexology courses with different people, so you get an all-round picture. Yeah. So I love it. I think reflexology is for absolutely every human being, from a tiny newborn baby to an elderly person. We help people get calm and accept where they are. You're healing somebody mentally, physically, and spiritually because you're getting them to chill. All
That's
right.
it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and chatting with us. We learned a lot. My mind is blown. There are a few things I did not know about reflexology.
Oh, wow.
I have looked into it, and you see things and you hear things, but there is so much more to it than you realize.
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
It
Yes.
brings you joy, obviously.
Oh, I
as well.
love it. I'm passionate about doing feet. No, I
But
really
again,
enjoy
it's mind, body, and soul. It's not just, like we said, it's a service. It's not just a foot rub.
No.
It's to keep you healthy and spiritually connected.
Yes.
And there's so much more to it.
It's so much more to it.
That's amazing.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Oh,
To contact you, you're here in Heidelberg. I'm going to put details in how to contact you. And if anybody, tell me, do you just here where I'm sitting now, which is amazing, by the way.
in the misty, magical mountains of Machuba's Kloof.
That's it.
Yes.
Is this where you do it?
This
or
is
do
my
you-
place. If someone has a massage bed,
Yeah.
a plinth, I do wellness days for some companies as well, and then I'll go and give everybody a session. The company books me for that.
That's a brilliant idea.
It's
isn't it?
lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. And or if people have massage beds, then I'm quite prepared to travel to town, charge a small travel fee, and then we do the reflexology there.
Awesome. There we go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll put the details in for everybody.
Okay.
And if they have any questions, maybe one day I can come back and we could talk about the other kinds.
Yes.
And that'll be awesome.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Ilse. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you have it. That is reflexology. So what we've learned basically is you do reflexology on your ears or on your hands or on your feet. And it can be very calming and relaxing, and I've never done it before, so I must say it was interesting. It was very interesting. Yes, I was actually rather tired afterwards. I think that's a good indication that something happened, something shifted. There was an effect, something happened. I would love to go back again and have it done again, even if it is just to relax, just to have that nice calming effect. It's a very healthy therapy. I know that our son was starting to complain about sore big toes, and we actually took him for reflexology, and he had that done to his feet, and he got some Chinese medicine that he was putting on it as well, and it was keeping it dry, it was giving it sunshine and all of that kind of stuff. And his ingrowing toenail is a thing of the past. We never had to cut, we never had to do anything else. So that was my experience with reflexology up until now, and then of course having some done to my feet as well. It's good. It is really good. I don't think it's quite as dramatic as some of the other things I've done, like TRE and things like that, but it definitely does. I think also what's great about it is the human contact. There's a lot of human contact, there's a lot of love in there, there's, you can reconnect so well through having reflexology done. Let us know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear back from you. I actually got a very interesting point of view from a reluctant person, and his point of view, I don't want to go into it too much, got me thinking to, yes, if you believe something is going to work, this is where the whole mind shift comes from. What you see is what's going to be, what you believe is what's going to be, what you think of is what's going to be. So if you go into reflexology thinking, oh, this isn't going to work, you're going to get like a massage, things will change a bit, but if you go into it with an open mind and an open heart, you will see so much more change and so much more happening than just a quick massage and you feel a little bit better. So again, you have to bring something to the table as well. Reflexology does it for you, yes, but you've got to bring something to the table. You have to get your mindset in that space, and be open-minded and allow these things to happen, because we can mentally block it as well. Reflexology can help you open up those channels, open up being able to receive and try new things. It can open up those channels. Any physical therapy or like TRE, which you guys will learn about later on as well, can help you open up those thoughts, to give things a try, to give things other things a try. So I would really recommend go and try reflexology. If that looked like it to you and you wanted to give it a shot, have a look in the description. If you're in the Limpopo area, you can go and visit Glynnis up in Kloof. It's absolutely beautiful there. I'll add some photos in. We took a few photos as well. Then you can contact her, so everything will be in the description down below. So think about it, give it a try. Any of your thoughts on what you learned, please put it in the comment section. Let us know what you think. If you know of any other therapy like this that we don't cover yet, please also put it in the comment section. If maybe you are one of those people who offer these services, again, put it in the comments. Would love to make contact with you. So you guys, there's our episode on reflexology. I hope it helped you see what it is and maybe get a little bit better understanding about what it is. If you got any questions, comments, put it down below, and remember to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.